When we started as the sixth administration in 2019, the GDP of the Northern Cape was 98 billion. The GDP of the Northern Cape, as I'm talking to you now, it's 126 billion. We are one of the 3 provinces that managed to grow their GDP over the past 3 years. The other province is Limpopo and the other province is Mpumalanga. And there's direct correlation between the GDP and the labor trends in the province. I don't know whether you know, the Northern Cape has got the lowest official unemployment in the country. When we took over, the unemployment in the province was 29%.
Yeah.
Unemployment is standing at 23% now, official unemployment, standing at 23%. We are the first province to overtake the Western Cape in a period of 8 years. So for the past 7 quarters of this 6th administration, we have the lowest unemployment within the Western Cape, which has always been the trailblazer with regard to issues of unemployment. The SKA, they've got satellite dishes that extract information from the universe. 13.5 billion years back. That information got stored in a bunker, an underground bunker. But that information is taken with a fiber to the Western Cape. If you go to the SKA in Carnarvon, there's 33 people who are working there. And if you look at how many people are working in Western Cape who does analysis of the data, is more than 200.
That's crazy.
That's exactly what's happening with mining. With mining, copper, zinc, iron ore, and manganese. They get extracted in a raw form,
sent out
of the province with trucks and rail network. Currently, we've got about 2,500 trucks every day on our road, damaging our road infrastructure. And you've got also the longest train in the world that rails your manganese and iron ore in a raw form. Up until we turn that around, then we'll be able to have a Northern Cape
what are you gonna do about
with a zero unemployment.
What are you going to do
But up until we address that, because at the heart of our problem is beneficiation. It's a difficult matter to deal with. It's a core periphery development trajectory, where areas like the Northern Cape are looked at as extraction points. We've got a beautiful sun there. 64% of all investment in renewable energy. Over the past 5 years, it's more than 60 billion rand. It's in the Northern Cape. But if I want to see CEOs of those renewable energy farms, solar farms, and wind farms in the Northern Cape, all their offices are in Cape Town. So we're at the periphery of the developmental trajectory of this country, and the only way in which we can turn things around is when all of us, we show a degree of commitment towards beneficiation of the raw products which are being extracted in our province.
Was there 500 million missing on potholes?
No, there was 500 million rand, which the provincial government made available. From the 500 million rand, it's about 160 million rand for the fixing of potholes. That program is running. You go to Kimberley now, you drive into a team that is busy fixing potholes. There's teams all over the town.
So it's not true that anything disappeared?
If we say we are going to make available 160 million rand for the fixing of potholes, it's not that there won't be potholes tomorrow. There should be work that should take place. I just wanted to break down what this 500 million rand was all about. 160 million rand for potholes, and we've also dedicated an amount from the 500 million rand in order to buy a piece of land to put up service sites. About 3,000 service sites, and those service sites, properly serviced sites with water, sanitation, and electricity, in order to cater for the missing middle. Those who don't qualify for RDP houses, but also have a difficulty to get the bonds from the banks. So what we are going to do is to give them the sites for them to build houses.
So bottom line is that money is not missing.
We've bought a piece of land on N12. And work will start to take place in order to put services and distribute to those sites.
Okay,
so that's what the 500 million rand is all about.
All right.
Step aside is deeply controversial. At face value, this thing looks unconstitutional because it goes against the principle of presumption of innocence.
Yeah.
And but you know, it was at the High Court, it went to the Supreme Court, it went to the Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court says no, it's not unconstitutional. But there is something very critical which was said by the Supreme Court of Appeal. It says people join an organization voluntarily. And the organization has got a self-interest. And that self-interest is to protect its image. So if you join the ANC has got the responsibility to protect its own image against you as an individual.
Yeah.
Because the reality of the matter is the only time when people experience the existence of the organization is through its members.
Yes.
There is no pillar that stands which is called the ANC.
Yeah.
The easiest way people experience the existence of the ANC is through the conduct of its members. So the ANC has got a responsibility to protect itself against the conduct of its members that can impugn on its image, that can bring the organization into disrepute. So step aside is about that.
Yeah.
So I think the argument of Supra, it becomes legalistic. He wants to become technical. Step aside is a matter of morality and ethics. How I discuss step aside is a question of, JJ, you are accused of this conduct.
Yeah.
What is the implications of this conduct, of your conduct, on the image of the organization? That's an ethical question. It's an ethical question. It's not a legalistic question and a technical question. That has been resolved by the court. It's now exhaustively resolved by the court that is not unconstitutional.